Good morning. Thank you for coming back. I want to preface this video by saying one of the things I'm learning as I create this YouTube channel is you just have to. It's probably a really valid life lesson in general. I want to talk to you about self worth. I just had the privilege of getting to learn and hear directly from Jamie Kern Lima. We were in Las Vegas. Jamie wrote this book, Worthy, which is probably backwards to you, but you get the gist. It's on Amazon. Pick it up. If you are a mom or a woman or man that has ever struggled with self doubt, that book is for you. It's all about reclaiming your self worth. So I want to just dive right in. We want to overcome self doubt and step into your power. So, how are we going to do this? We're going to read some of it, and some of it I'm going to just speak straight from my heart and my experience, as I know I am on a long journey of overcoming self doubt, but shorter than it once was, because I've started to act in some of the ways that I'm going to teach you this morning. Let's get into it. I think a lot of you are mamas, so I'm going to talk to you as mamas. If you've ever felt self doubt creeping in and making you question your dreams, making you question who you are and who you are meant to be, this message is for you. So I want you to put your hand on your heart if you've ever doubted yourself. Guess what? You're not alone. We've all been there, but today you're going to flip that doubt on its head and turn it into power. Self worth starts with knowing you're worthy. Pause. Self worth is not something you learn, it is something you are born with. You've created worth over the course of your life, and you don't have to prove it to anyone. Here's the thing though, self doubt creeps in over all the years of our life. Society does a great job of effing with our self doubt or effing with our power, creating self doubt. You have control over that, like shaking the table. It whispers to you, who do you think you are? You can't do that. Why you? Why not you? Self doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. That was a mind blowing comment that Jamie made in Las Vegas. There's so many people that have failed and gotten back up. In my mind, that's not failure. Failure is never ever trying, and self doubt pushes you into never ever trying all the time. All right. Let me ask you a question. What has self doubt already cost you? This was big for me. I want you to think about it. How many opportunities have you let pass by because you chose to play it small or you chose to stay comfortable? Let's consider for a moment, and you can pause this video, what you didn't do, because I'm willing to bet people on their deathbed don't sit around and think about what they did. Oh, I worked 1 million hours. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, I bought a beach house. I'm so proud of myself. I think they probably wonder what they didn't do. So let's flip that script too. I want you to ask yourself truly, what has self doubt already cost me? Whether it's personal or professional, how am I hiding in plain sight? I've been coaching women for a long time, and I doubted my ability to put myself on YouTube and put myself out there because of self doubt, even though I've already done it and I think successfully. What I thought in my mind, I'm sorry, I'm just going to be really real, is what if I put myself on YouTube and no one wants to work with me? If I put myself on YouTube and no one wants to work with me, that's exactly the same as if I didn't put myself out there at all and no one wants to work with me. It's like buying a lottery ticket. If I buy one, I may win, but if I don't buy one, I definitely won't win. But I feel in my life that if one woman is positively impacted by my coaching or my speaking, then it's not a failure. It You don't have to jump into it and hope that the whole entire world comes running. You need to have a positive impact on one person, and today that one person might be you. I think that would probably be the greatest thing that could happen to you today. if you just let yourself believe in you. Let's again flip the script. The whole premise of this is flipping scripts. I want you to recognize what self-doubt's costing you. It's painful. And today we turn that pain into power and we take one step forward. This is an exercise that I found to be incredibly impactful. So I know from experience that humans in general move away from pain much quicker than they ever move towards pleasure. Take a moment, close your eyes. I want you to write down on a piece of paper your age in 10 years. I'll be 51. And if you have children, your children's age in 10 years. I'll have a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old, which blows my mind. I want you to write down what your life looks like 10 years from now if you do not make any change. If you let the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, the mountain of self-doubt, if you let that keep winning and you don't change your life, what does it look like in 10 years? In my coaching experience, I often have people visualize a positive future, and then they feel good when they leave my office. This is the first time I've ever been asked to envision a negative future. And I realized in an instant that is motivating. That pain is motivating. For me, 10 years from now, if I'm still coming into the same office, still putting out the same dumpster fires, I love my agents, but there is a lot to deal with in a day-to-day basis. If I'm still rushing out the door to pick up my kids from school and I'm still living, comfortably, but not building wealth, if I'm saying no to some vacations and saying no to some friends because of finances, that's what my life will be in 10 years if I don't make a change today. The pain of that is motivating AF. It's literally why I came home from Vegas and started a YouTube channel, because I'm not going to have that. And I can coach women. I can create massive positive impact. Why not me? But my self-doubt has told me for dang near 41 years, why you? Who are you to believe that? So this exercise, albeit it will create some pain in your life, my intent is that that pain will become motivating. Write down your age in 10 years, your children's age in 10 years, and list out everything in your life that is happening right now. Some of that could be good, but I suspect what's happening now is not what you dream to be happening in 10 years. All right. That exercise should at least start the wheel to unstuckness. Can that be a word? I'm going to stay on course with these notes. I want you to leave this video with at least the first step in your action plan to squash self-doubt. I want you to say, this is not the life I'm choosing. I want you to trust the decision. The decision is, what is the next step? What are you stepping out of hiding from? This could be personal. This could be professional. This could be, again, I can only speak for me. This is starting my YouTube channel. 2 years ago, it was stepping away from a relationship that wasn't serving me and wasn't serving him. It was so scary. And I can't imagine my life had I not done it. So your first step could be monumental, or your first step, the next best step in overcoming your fear and your self-doubt, could simply be writing it on a piece of paper where you are today so that you see potentially where you do not want to be 10 years from now. Be the one that's different. Take action. Action creates momentum. I keep going back to me, but it's because I'm living this right now. I did one video. Suddenly the second one was a little bit easier. Imagine what the 100th one's going to be like. It's going to be a no-brainer. I'm going to be in my car doing this without a teleprompter. So back to you. No more hiding in plain sight. No more doubting the power that is you. You doubting yourself, not doing what you love, could potentially be withholding the dream of someone else. Your magic could be what they need to move forward. No more playing small. I think a lot of this also comes from turning down the volume of negative voices. If it's people that are negative, just get get rid of them. One time I had a friend who gave up toxic friends for Lent. Genius. I looked around my circle. I have a small circle and I'm so proud of it. There's not one single human in my circle that is toxic. There's no negativity in my world, but that was on purpose. So get rid of the negative voices, and that the loudest negative voice, I'm willing to bet, may be yours. There are videos out there, there are books, there's so much out there to help with your self-talk. The words you speak to yourself are the house you live in. This morning I was doing yoga and one of the poses had me turn and I was looking at myself in the mirror. And it made me realize how little I actually look into my own eyes in the mirror. I don't look into my own eyeballs. I looked into my eyeballs in the middle of my yoga class, and I just simply said to my soul, thank you, thank you, thank you. That will likely be the most impactful thing I do all day. Got to start my day that way. It took like 0.3 seconds to do. So again, start small, but take action and be gentle with yourself, especially if you're in a chapter of massive change. And mamas, I suspect a lot of you are. Rejection is not personal. There are people out there that do not want what you have, and that's clarifying. That is not something that you should let cut deep in your soul. And that's saying no. We're going to do a segment coming up on boundaries and the power of no to protect your yes. I've known for a long time I'm good at hearing no. I'm not good at saying no. And I've literally practiced it in my mirror. So I know that sounds silly, but no is a full sentence. Let me be the first to tell you, you can simply just say no. I always would say no and trying to justify my no. Now I just say no, thank you. Or no, that doesn't work for me. No one gets mad. And if they do, again, that's clarifying. Get out of my life. Let no empower you. Don't let no feel negative. I am in recovery from a lifetime of people pleasing. Saying no is incredibly hard for me, but it gets easier. Just like this YouTube channel. The more you do it, the easier it gets. So, one more thing. Made a decision not long ago that I am worthy and I can do this. You have to do that same thing. And I don't know the steps to tell you to do it, but I know it's rooted in self-worth. It may be reading this book, listening to my YouTube, listening to Jamie Kern Lima's podcast. I'll link those. You can do this. Jamie said, know your why and fly, girl, fly. Your why might be being the best mom in the entire world to your children. Your why might be to stand on worldwide stages and teach women and all humans how to believe in themselves. Your why might be to be the #1 real estate agent. Whatever your why is, you're worthy of it. You need to take action and start moving towards it. No one else will do it for you. So, if you like this message, I want you to subscribe. I want you to share it with friends. And more than anything, I want you to take action in speaking positively to yourself and beginning to recognize your self-worth, the self-worth that you were born with, that you possibly allowed yourself and society to diminish. You are enough and you are worthy of a life bigger than you could ever imagine. So please, I hope this was helpful. Subscribe. There's a link below. If you want to schedule a one-on-one, I would be honored to talk to you about how to get what you want out of life and step into your power. And share this with friends. There's nothing more impactful than the positive ripple. So enjoy your day. I love you, and I'll see you soon.